Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back. Apparently, I'm about to get fucked in the arse, according to Fox News. Like, subscribe, comment, and uh, I, I'd ask you to donate, but I'd be fucking dead anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But apparently, I'm gonna get fucked. Well, not as bad as some of y'all. Some of y'all are dead. I'm gonna tell you now. If you're in winter, you're dead. If you're in Sioux Falls, probably dead. Rochester, probably dead. Minneapolis, severely injured. St. Cloud, severely injured. Um, if you're in the 50s and below, uh, you're probably injured, but probably due to the fact that you did something stupid or you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Uh, yeah, let's get into it.
Centers saying a derecho is likely across portions of the northern plains. We want to
Derecho!
spend a little bit of time unpacking what
Hold on a minute. So everybody's under the same context of what a derecho is. Okay, because I didn't know this either till just a few minutes ago. Derecho storm meaning. Because this happened when I was in Iowa as well. Right. A derecho. Prolonged wind events that unleash heavy rainfall that travels far distances. We're talking hundreds of miles. We're not talking 30 miles like your typical thunderstorm. We're talking 300 miles. We're talking widespread coverage of devastatingly high winds, hail, tornadoes, all that stuff. You essentially, your derecho is like your worst case scenario thunderstorm, where the weather is so unpredictable that you have to treat a thunderstorm like a tornado has already touched down and you need to find shelter immediately. That's what a derecho is.
that means. We have Fox weather meteorologist Craig Pereira joining us now, taking a little bit of
Let's
time
get
to
into
really
it.
get into what exactly is a derecho and why we can turn the other way when we hear that language, Craig.
It's tough, right? And you guys have been talking about these severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, and we could see all of this again this afternoon, my friend Marissa. Let's break down derecho because it is a long event and it is a lot that goes on. This is from Iowa back in August 10th, 2020, and the winds
Yep.
causing visibility issues, power outages are always a concern with derechos. Derechos can form and they can be going on for hundreds of miles. And just look at that. You can't even make out the road there. This is a tough situation that you don't want to be caught up in. And with these storms picking up this afternoon and the verbiage coming out of the Storm Prediction Center, first line out of the gate this morning was derecho possible. So this is the concern. Look at the power of the winds and the water here. Let's break it down because you're talking about a widespread, long-lived wind event associated with thunderstorms, right? You've got these wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or greater, which is severe, the severe category. And look at the stretch, a 400-mile damaged swath. We've got some wind reports.
Or 400 miles. Damn.
3 high wind reports of at least 75 miles per hour or greater. We had some wind reports yesterday coming in about 60 to 70. Now, today's event completely different. You've got those strong winds in the upper levels, and a lot of this happens over an area of high pressure, which we have been dealing with right now. You throw in a
Right.
jet on top of that, these storms move quick and fast. So when you get these severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings, you may not have time to move. You got to get to your safe spot immediately. Treat a thunderstorm warning like a tornado warning, because a lot of the winds and all of the energy, all of that energy getting
Yeah, when you add the element of super, super high winds to a thunderstorm, it changes dramatically. So for a little context, 4th of July, me and some friends we got together, we went to one of the local towns and they were having their own little fireworks show, right? So we got to this town, we got there early, we set up, we're having beers, little like little fucking snack burgers and shit. It's nice. It's a good little get together, right? Toward the finale, I had enough beer. I was about ready to fucking piss myself. So I went and found a pisser. From the moment that I left to the moment that I got back, a thunderstorm had rolled in like less than 5 minutes. It took that It was that quick. Like it just came in bang. And there was thunder everywhere, fucking lightning, fucking raining like crazy. It was nuts. And the visibility dropped from fucking seeing 30 miles out to fucking 5 miles out. It was insane. It was nuts. So when a thunderstorm comes in, like, especially when you're adding almost 80-mile-an-hour winds behind it, fuck. Fucking hell, bud. You don't have no time.
Being sucked up and the air goes up into these storms, it cools, condenses, and you got a lot of rain that just comes out of it. As it
Right.
comes down, a lot of strong winds come out of these storms, and those winds start to form some bow echoes. And when you hear us talk about the bow echo, you've got that little bit of a bend in these thunderstorms, and that
Right.
creates a lot of strong winds. Those uniform winds all going in the same direction for quite a distance. It can extend 60 miles and go for 400 miles. So this is a long event in some cases. And when we're talking about timing for today, you're talking 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, possibly about 11 p.m. tonight. So look at these wind gusts, and we've seen this. This is the
And we've had actually, let me check right now. I'm gonna do an improv check right now on my weather app. Um, we've had higher winds pretty much all day today so far. Uh, yeah, we are currently at 25-mile-per-hour winds. Um, and from the looks of things, it's only going to get more intense. And we are slated for rain until Friday. So we have thunderstorms every day until Friday. Uh, yeah, that's insane. Insane. So the minute I saw this on TikTok, I knew I had to make a video.
time of year when we get it over that area of high pressure. This goes back to July 5th, 2022. Look at these winds. In Howard, we had 99-mile-per-hour winds here. Here's what
Fuck.
we've got. Like today, a couple of clusters of wind. You start to see some of these clusters form, these MCSs. They come together, and then you've got these well-defined bow echoes. There's that MCS, which we'll see. And then it all comes together, continues its track like it did back in 2022 and 2024. I think this is what we could potentially see today. Here's a timeline from 2024, 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And boy, this is that time of year where we get them. In this part of the country, we do see on average at least one every year. So it's not unusual. And this is the
Right.
time, Marissa and Stephen, to see those. So again, with the wording out of Storm Prediction Center, derecho possible. And then you read the National Weather Service office, Aberdeen, they get right to the point, talking about the winds, the tornadoes, and the chance for some large hail there too.
Yeah. I think sometimes if we don't hear tornado, we underestimate how strong and intense these winds can be on their own. And we could have a lot of outages, a lot of downed trees, and a lot of damage even with that. So all we can do is wait and see how it all plays out. Craig.
That shit is crazy. I saw this shit on TikTok. I was like, oh, fuck. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Because I did check the weather earlier for full transparency. I checked the weather earlier because I took my dog out for a walk and it was fairly windy. And it wasn't like typically where I live, I am surrounded in the middle of nowhere by mountains. Okay. I live in a mountainous region. Okay. So when it's windy, it's pretty like hit or miss, right? It'll either be no wind because it's hit the side of the mountain and it's diverted a different direction, or um, the winds are insanely high because it's kind of tunneled its way in from the right direction and it gets amplified a little bit, right? But generally speaking, it's not very high. It's like 15 miles an hour generally, right? So when I go outside and the fucking door gets ripped out of my hand, I'm like, oh, all right, it's one of those days. So, and around that time, it was like 20-mile-an-hour winds, and now it's only going up from there. So, I guess we shall see. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video if we get heavily involved in this um, in the area that I'm at. Probably not. Hopefully. So, knock on, knock on plastic, I guess, that doesn't happen. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.